And to everyone who is confused about this map, well, let's maybe just jump in and take a look into this now shortened best of 5 series. And we have TheMax playing the gods in the blue again here. This looks like a pretty solid blue map, not too much ground for farms actually, but yeah, this looks pretty sweet for sure. And TaToH a bit later with his spores went with more villagers on to wood here, wants to farm a bit more. And yeah, solid stuff for him as well. But obviously it is Fortress, so we won't see too much action in the first 12-13 minutes. But I want to see how those civilizations are playing out on Regicide as well. Wanted to see maybe only best of 5 now. Well, it is a best of 7, but we have it 1-1, so it's only 5 games left maximum. Roxy, 200 biddies, thank you so much. And the wood distribution is favoring TaToH. Well, I think it's not the most important thing in God War, who has more wood. Most of the time it's decided, but yeah, TaToH can wall off quite okay-ish. This fruiticle here in the back shouldn't be raided too much. He can wall off this area quite nicely. That's true. That needs to expand towards the middle. Relics are a bit better for TheMax, we have to say. They're a bit closer. Let's see if anyone goes for any castle age units or if we just see a big boom into champions, into maybe Huskarls. It's tough to really get the best army competition. You kind of want to have champions against Huskarls. You want to have hand cannoneers against both of them, but not really, because they're so immobile. Scorpions are an incredible addition, but not super good against Huskarls then. Tricky. 4 on gold here out of TheMax. Interesting. Okay. We have to remember that we're starting, I believe, with no gold at all. So that's 50 less than usual, or like 100 less than usual, because you actually don't have loot. Like to see an addition of hand cannoneers in him from someone. Yeah, I wouldn't mind that either. Scouting with the king. Lost some HP on the scout. Did he fight some with TaToH? No. How did he lose HP? Oh, he got the boars. Okay, okay. I hate that if someone is getting boars and still farming at the same time. I think it's so much more efficient to spend everything on the boars first. But that looks like a pretty strong start here out of TheMax. Don't like that blacksmith too much because you might want to farm there, but well, it's still okay. And then the villager to get some stone 5 times now so that you can build a second TC. And don't get confused by all that timings, guys. They will reach castle age at like 11 minutes or something. It is Regicide. We're starting with more villagers and more resources. So calm your tits. Uh-oh. TaToH trying to go for the block? Don't tell me. TheMax? What is happening here? Is he? Yeah, he's running. 40 HP. Is he running? 35. Is TheMax losing this game? Don't tell me. 89. Why is he blocking? 25 HP here. And 20. What is happening? TheMax, is he getting his king home? What? He's running always to the wrong side now, trying to block the scout. If he's into the gates, he should run into the tower and save them. Okay. I think when he's being hit, he stops. Oh, this could have been a back T game. Oh, I got a bit nervous here. Oh, went for the block, but somehow he stopped. Yeah, I nearly had a heart attack there. Oh la la. Okay. Nearly act like a kid. I don't act like a kid, I am a kid. Just in the body of a 30-year-old. Yeah. Science. Or something. Or weird. These should not come. Yeah, that's true, that's true. Double Bowser. Going for the first upgrade here. TaToH got the 50 stone wire, sending 5 on it. 1 extra TC, 2 extra TCs, so nothing too special. No one really going for any army. And yeah, that's kind of what we expected, right? The only option could have been if they went for some monks to get relics, because obviously in God War it gets really sexy if you can get the relic advantage. And TaToH is going for the monastery, so he will play this with a relic approach. Still 100 gold for the max though, so he might build the monastery as well, and as we mentioned before, has the shorter distance towards the relics, somewhat around his base here. Pretty advantage for him. Probably will build the monastery somewhere here, somewhere here, somewhere here. Okay. Suppose not ignoring the relics. Question is, do we really see a 4th GC to boom? Kind of tricky. Goths really benefit from having a strong eco. If you have about 130 villagers, you really feel the difference compared to 110 villagers. And TaToH. Now seeing the monastery here. Is he getting any damage? No, not really. So maybe some dance around the relics could be an option. The max 3 villagers had even built a spearman here. Interesting choice. Now 1 relic will be snagged out of the hands from the max, kind of. Basically his closest one. Oh, loot now for TaToH. Something we surely don't see from max, indeed. Like number 1 in his hands. Now healing his scout and going to the left hand side. The max patrolling this right hand side area. Let's take a look if he can kill that scout. I think he should. Let's take a look if TaToH's reaction is in time here. He doesn't. He sees a scout. And yeah, it's just going back. Oh, and killed the scout on the other side. Sweet wins, and now the max doesn't have loom, and this will be another kill. Sexy start here for TaToH. Yeah, he's behind in villagers, but 3 kills at the moment. Oh, only 2 kills. Oh, but now the paper will be returned, and this scout is going down, or well, the monk is going down by the hands of the scout. Max catching up with wheelbarrow. TaToH even going for a happy plow now. And oh, Wolf helping out Mr. TaToH. He will have 2 relics, and we're still fighting for the other 3. King gets healed garrisoned? Yes. As you can see here, now full HP again. I believe every unit gets healed garrisoned, right? Oh! Hippo! Strong unit. Okay, now let's see. Mac needs to run here, has low HP on his scout. Can the Max get the conversion in? Should at least try to. Why did the Max pick the relic furthest away? Did he? Oh, he didn't scout that one. Oh, trying to go for the Monk. Obviously picking up the relic gives him some extra armor, so 3 hits are the way to go. Oh, and beautiful stuff for him now gets... Oh, TaToH's going for Anarchy. TaToH's playing Castle Age aggression, guys. Building barracks. Oh, and TaToH gets a convert in the center, so he will have 3 barracks. And this is interesting, something I did not see happening. TaToH, is he on stone now? Not really. He's doing the stone upgrade without being on stone. He will go for the Huskar Rush. Picking relic doesn't give any monk armor anymore? Oh, I thought so. Thought a scout needed like 2 hits. And against the monk with relics, 3 hits. Oh no, it's always at 11. Okay, my bad, my bad. Disappeared with 1.5, okay. Okay, now TaToH, that could be a bit late. That could be a bit late, his attack. Oh god, that's so unfortunate for the Max that he opens that area. Oh, that will be so tough. The Max now up to Imperial Age, and TaToH will go for the Huskar Rush. Beginning now. He even built some patterns. Wants to go in over here. The Max is going for champions. Will he be in time? If his eco is once idle, the game is over. There's no chance of ever coming back if your enemy has mass amount of Huskars in your base. Does TaToH not see this relic either? Let's take a look. He does. So... Another siege workshop. TaToH is playing this Castle Age all in. On the other side we have the Max. His military count at the moment are 1 monk and 1 king. Trying to go for the defensive walls here, but the Huskars can still squeeze in. Not anymore though. They have arson. Let's take a look. He's even trying to attack the TC. Some patterns coming in. Maybe just tries to deny him from the gold. That's something we never see in Goth Wars. Someone just going for the gold denial, and those patterns are indeed focusing down the TC here. 500 HP on that one, and the TC will go down. TaToH, can he maybe win this one with the Castle Age Huskar all in here? It feels like not a lot of gold control for the Max at the moment. Like 3 villages over here. His 2 gold spots are at the right hand side. He's trying to expand in that direction, realizing how dire the situation is. How many longsword men is he producing? He will get on to 200 swordsmen most likely. Gold looks pretty tough though. Wow. And now so much of the eco is idle over here, the gold spot. What does TaToH see? Does he have an idea about those 2? Doesn't really look like it. Monastery will be killed as well. But TaToH, he needs to continue doing the damage. He is 10 villages ahead now. Needs to increase that lead. Needs to deny the food eco further and further. Yeah, he sees, okay, this guy is on gold over here, so I can easily kill that with some more Huskars. Another push in the front, even runs under the castle. Not 100% sure if that's the right decision, but so much eco idle. Look at that, more than 20 villagers idle out of the Max. TaToH can just continue to produce this, can focus down those TCs. Oh, +2 attack now. The Max, can he hold this on? He is 50 pop behind. He is Imperial Age. He has all the attack advantages by losing so many more villagers. 30 down now. Iron casting flying in for TaToH, opening more walls at the side is the Max, trying to run around. Can he maybe sneak himself onto some extra gold spot? Does he see those? Yeah, he knows about everything, but loses the gold at the right hand side. That will be some more dead villagers. More than 30 is now the advantage here for TaToH. Even building an aggressive castle in between those 2 gold spots. Oh, and Monk really helping out here against those low numbers. But actually, it's 27 retreat to 22. Oh, I believe the Max can maybe still hold this. He has this gold. Does TaToH know about those golds? Yes, he does. But it's unclear if he will scan those. Oh, those 2 assortment obviously super cost efficient against the champions. Costs only half the gold. 16 to 26. As 13 to 26. If the raid continues, going on to the market maybe now. And more barracks. TaToH knows he needs to finish this game in castle rate here. Cannot really wait for too long, and he will take down another TC. Now we'll break the 100 villager mark. We have less than 70 for the max. Now trying to take another engagement, maybe even focusing down the barracks. TaToH already has arson, researched this quite early on. 35 military to 13. Some aggression over here, even converting the two-hand swordsman over and over again. This looks very tough for the max. Okay, now focusing on more barracks, wants to go for the market because he realizes, okay, my enemy doesn't really have a lot of gold control, and oh god, now the raid over here, another castle. This is getting so interesting. Ay, 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 ay. 200 swordsmen coming over, still going for some army. Here is the max, trying to hold this on. Are those Huskars breaking through with arson? It's obviously so efficient, but not really running in. Now doing the right click though, and that means no more gold at that side. Controlling those two gold spots is TaToH with his castle. At the moment, the main gold spot is the only income. TaToH, is he continuing to produce Huskars? Yes, he is. Really keeps up the production, and oh, maybe the max can deny this? Huh. Huh. Agreed. Welcome everyone who is a first timer here. I was wondering why this crazy German guy is talking so fast, so that his words sounds weird sometimes. Hope you're still enjoying the show. Beautiful positioning of those Huskars will block some additional farming here. Maybe could snipe down that market. And yeah, purely the gold control. I think I've never seen a Goth war about gold control that much. And in the end, 165 pop, TaToH with 120 villagers, 64 for the max. And he couldn't hold this. Did not expect this attack. Did lose all his scouts. And TaToH just went for a very interesting strategy and found his timing to kill the max here. And that's the beauty of letting you decide, guys, what civilization you want to see. Because that's a strategy I knew existed, but I didn't really know how it would perform against a top level player who actually went for the kind of okayish counter. Early turn swordsman there, maybe longswordman obviously is the better counter, but he didn't scout it, so it wasn't possible to go for that. 3 relics for TaToH, his eco completely untouched, rolling so much better at all times. G to the G, TaToH taking the 2-1 lead here. Would have been a better game with Koreans. Maybe. Maybe. But I found that one pretty entertaining for sure. What was the KD in the end? TaToH actually killed more. That's weird. Normally it shouldn't happen. Okay, now they start the discussions in the room. What's the best civ for a fortress? They say Vietnamese. Okay. Next map will be Goldrush. And let's take a look into the civ picks. I'm expecting Mayans. Probably the best civ for Goldrush from the max. And we have TaToH. He has to pick Italians for Pont Arena. So he has Huns, Incas and Slavs left. think Hans makes sense. Or eagles, just mass eagles. Incas isn't that bad, right? We will see. Spec delay started. Next map will be Goldrush. Lost because of no scouting information. That's actually true. If he saw it coming, if he had his scout alive, if he had more monks and saw all the barracks, he could have denied that and countered it. Great stream. Thanks so much. You think I should do well with plumes? Well, you need to have map control and castle age. And guys, we have a small surprise for us. Because game number 4 will show us Goldrush with kind of the expected millions for the max, but Mr. TaToH is going for the Slavs. He has a very defensive tight map here and has a very short distance to the main gold, so that's a nice advantage. And whenever the max wants to get into the direction of the main gold, a lot of wolves are waiting for him, so that's pretty interesting. You prefer Golden Pit or Goldrush? I don't mind. I find both pretty interesting. I think Golden Pit might be a bit better, but I didn't think of it. I just came up with the idea of the show match like 15 minutes before, or like half an hour before we started. I asked them for the maps, if they were fine with that, and they agreed on everything I offered them. So, sweet stuff. Right now. I want to see Wolf Rush. Well, we will see. Prepare your T90 boost for sure. What's happening here? Okay, just getting the spore. Took a small pass to get low sheep. Back that one and we'll be perfectly in time. Everything looks pretty normal this far. Another question is TaToH. Will he go on to scouts? Max has a pretty damn good defensive map here. Huh. Interesting. Can easily wall all that off and just go into, for example, Drush, FC, or something else. Who won? TaToH or Viper? Actually, TaToH 3-2, but the second best of 5 was 3-0, the Viper. Yeah, watching TaToH's gameplay is pretty amazing as well, yeah. Does that wall have any fish where the deer are? Well, we have one shorefish over here, 2 shorefish on that side, and for TaToH, those ponds are probably too far away to really go for that. Surprisingly, TaToH actually with a small villager lead. Ah, but that's because he doesn't have loom yet. Okay, that makes all sense then. Oh, and TheMax didn't find his 2 sheep here. Probably could find them later on though. Going for ball number 2, and what's his strategy? 5 on wood? Will that be a direct FC? Will it just be a Drush FC? I think his map is just way too good. And he isn't really forced to doing any shenanigans. He could even wall. Oh, he doesn't even need to wall this area off. He just could go directly into plumed archers as well. I really wouldn't mind Drush into plumed archers. Is it worth milling? Well, it is quite far away, so probably won't really go for it anyways. And milling doesn't really include the shorefish, so probably we will just see the deer being ignored here. Spending 1 on gold. Now the question is, will he transition into crossbowmen or plumed archers? We will see. On the other side, Mr. TaToH now looming, and that will be pop 21 scouts out of him. Or at least we're expecting scouts, right? Could also be skirmishers. But interesting to see what he goes for. And 3 on 5 on second lumber camp. And what does TaToH see of the map of the max? Oh, nothing yet. Interesting. He's scouted very little of the map. Look at that. Compare the map scouting. What is that? That's 25 to 43%. TaToH sees so little of the map. Now only scouts the middle area. Huh. Interesting. Now finding 2 sheep, opening his palisades gate. That those are getting in, and now squeezing the sheep in. Sweet stuff. And oh god, wolf train. T90 Woo in the chat, please. 7 wolves, 8 wolves following. Ay, T90 Woo, let me write it as well. T90 Woo. Oh god. Okay, well that will be some aggression, and he will hit the berries there. Obviously would have loved to see and go for only one militia then, because now they won't do too much, even saying hi. And TaToH is even running through TC. Looks like it. And all the villagers now needs to wall himself off from Gaia. And well, he will have idle. Look at that! He now needs to kill the wolves first before he can get back onto the farming. And well, he won't have any losses. TheMax will completely lose his aggression, but well, that was no full income for a solid 30-40 seconds here for TaToH. So kind of worth it for TheMax as well. Can only allow himself to go up to 1 scout and still wants to keep up the TC running. And TheMax indeed goes directly into plumed archers, so I love that. What does TaToH see? He only scouted some walls. Tricky move. Now scouts a bit more of the map and will go into stone wall defense. Interesting. Okay. Maybe then into skirms. I'm not sure if I like... Oh, and more towers. Oh, TaToH knows that he's in a very rough spot. That will be complete tower defense, or maybe more stone walls. We will see. Or will he go for the knights skirms? He'll stay on 3 of his scouts for now. Easily fight that one down. And whew. Max just super safe. TaToH could maybe build a dock. Would TheMax see that? No. TaToH build a dock here? Obviously not really a viable strategy, but could have been stylish, and if I expected someone to go for it, probably would have been Mr. TaToH. And for more stone walls, TaToH, yeah, he just needs to be safe somehow. But this looks pretty sexy for TheMax. Now that's a bit too much on stone if you ask me. Whereas 4 now added 3 more. The typical strategy would be having 3 and add 2. He just wants to make sure. Maybe wants to give himself the option to go for some defensive towers if TaToH wanted to go for a forward, but yeah, he is just overreacting a bit if you ask me. Maybe expecting some archers to come out. Obviously has 0 intel of what's going on here. See the barracks, see the spearmen without any upgrades. Maybe he still fears eagles. Could be an option. We will see. TaToH won't take any damage here. The walls far away enough from anything to get raided here. Oh, yeah, that's close as well. So it will be a very passive game. TaToH gets the 4 kills there, the 3 militia and the eagle. TheMax will try to go for a second T90 rule, but not going to happen. Not enough wolves around this map anymore. I can see 2, 3. That's it. A lot of stone already for TheMax. Sweet eco overall, and yeah, only picking up 1 wolf. I would like to send it more if it gives random hippo facts every now and then. We could add that. TaToH going up to Castle Age, roughly 2.5 minutes behind TheMax. Will have a bit of the weaker eco. Well, actually, like, he will have the better eco. But yeah, just a bit later. Now going for fletching, going for bowsaw. The scouts confirming the attack here. And the spearman sees the walls. So I'd actually love to see TheMax go for some extra TCs, and that's exactly what he's going for. So we'll transition into quite a long game, I have to say. This game will most likely go to Imperial Age because no one will really take any losses. For example, TaToH didn't lose a single unit in this game yet, and only going for 1 stable, not any upgrades. He will just boom this.
Rogan?
I love gold. The taste of it, the smell of the texture.
The smell of the texture. Okay. Well, then come over here and grab some. TaToH now going on to stone mining upgrade. That's something we don't see too often. 2 villages only on it. Plundages for TheMax. And we see TaToH going for full eco. Instant hand card while reaching Castle Age. That's something we don't see too often. Has a lot of gold, isn't going for anything with that. I think then he could have pulled off some more. Does he have a market? Not really. Okay. Now let's see what the Plundages can do. Oh, not too much. Okay, guys, time to scratch our heads. What's the army composition of a Slav player in Imperial Age against a Marian? Boyars is not really an option. Halberdiers? No. Onagers? Well, good against plumes, but not that great against eagles. Can you maybe go for like Drajnir champions and onagers? Scorpions. Okay. Well, maybe scorpions is an option. She needs protection in front of his scorpions, right? Maybe Cavalier Scorpion. Not sure if I've ever seen that composition. Maybe that's the option. So as we said, very passive game here, since both players, or like Max had such a good map, and TaToH invested very much into walling. Well, Boyars aren't great against Plundages. They're great against eagles, though. Champs and rams? That's honestly not too bad. Well, well, Plundages can focus on... Well, champs in rams. Huh, it's tricky, guys, right? A lot of different opinions there. I might ask TaToH after this game. Oh, not after this game. After the series, maybe. Warrior Onager. Not too bad either. I don't really know. But TheMax knows that he wants to go up pretty soon. He's still heavily on stone, so he will try to rush out a castle in that area. Has all the map control in the world. Why no patterns? Because he was probably expecting some knights, maybe expecting some mangonels. And yeah, what could you really do? Map was pretty tight. That's how it most of the time is on Goldrush. Now moving out with all those villagers. Actually will struggle a bit. I think he will buy 100 stone. But he will have, indeed, now buying 100 stone, and will probably build the castle up on that hill. And then TaToH, what can he do? He is up to Imperial Age as well, with a better eco, with a way better eco. But he has more eco upgrades. And he will go for Cavaliers. Huh. Cavalier Mangonel. Huh. Where was that cutscene from Nearly Taken? Age of Empires 1DE release party in Cologne, the Microsoft event, where H2DE, H3DE, and H4 was announced. I was in the background, and while they were doing an interview, I was, just putting my head into the camera, and then this funny shot was created. TaToH sees very little here. TheMax now going for patterns. Ballistics for him. TaToH is building a castle. Just pray that it's very... Where is he? Oh, probably trying to get it up here. Actually, not a bad option. Okay, even more defensively. Doesn't want to get it sniped. Patterns ready now. What is TaToH going for? Does he want to get instant onager? His resources are looking like it. Sees the peasant, sees the plumed archers, instant onager attack. Will be pretty late though. Will take him a solid another minute. All those mangonels can actually do some. Let's take a look. Oh, the max is just going back. Okay, thinks better of it. Nothing too special. Picking up some relics here is TaToH. And oh, this is getting pretty interesting, I have to say. Really curious how TaToH wants to push that. I expect mass traps. Well, that was one solid volley and not a lot of losses there for TaToH, only some HP. But could have been way worse. I lost like 5 plumes and some losses there. Expected something worse. Oof, that sounded creepy. Sounds like me. Chemistry for TheMax. What is he going for? Is he maybe transitioning into rams as well? So only normal plumes? No, he is going into eagles. Hallelujah. But TaToH kind of prepared the switch onto Cav as well. Very low on his gold count. Let's Goldrush. HD lost its ranking system? I didn't even know that. Okay, now traps. I think he needs to focus down the traps first instead of going for the castle. Let's take a look. Is he trying to snipe this one down? Oh, got out of range. Beautiful job there. And Archer's moving in. Uh oh, no real defense here for TaToH. His eco still better. He has all the eco upgrades, we have to remember. 10 villagers ahead as well. Now Rams moving in. Only one mangonel as a defense here for the max. And those plumed archers, already a lot of them going down. Siege ram upgrade as well. TaToH only sending one single onager back. Feels like that should be enough to deal with those plumed archers. Well, it's still 6, so if they are migrated correctly, they could do some stuff. Let's take a look. TaToH is trying to move in. We'll get that one trap quite nicely. Now trying to get some kills against the other one. Third volley needed, but the ram should actually take care of that. Indeed. Onager now going down of TaToH. Castle is going down. So it's pretty sweet move here. And Onager, nice ground attack. Nice ground attack there. And Bobby will kill everything. Do we see another ground attack to finish it off? And yes, we saw another ground attack, but the low HP plumed archers are surviving. But somehow right-clicked over here, as it seems, in an area that was walled and therefore will die in the castle fire. Or actually dodging that. Looks good for TaToH, I have to say. Ecos now pretty even. Military better for the max, but where is upgrades? He's going on Eagle Warriors now, but they won't perform too well against Knights and Boyas here. And Boya Onager combo might be the very deadly one. TaToH in the meanwhile lost his 2 traps though. Only one relic from TaToH this far. Did he not scout the others? Didn't see that one. There's 2 one in the top, one in the south. The max is still the master of the hill. How much gold do we have left? 5, 1.1, 1.8. 2.4k gold still left. 200 in the bank. On the other side, Max, well, he has a bit more to mine. A bit more to mine. Oh, and tricky move there with the traps. Beautiful move. Dodging the unpacked traps, getting another hill advantage, and actually sneaked a castle up here with not that many villagers. Well, okay, he had some, but they were at another spot. And that's pretty ugly. That's pretty ugly here for the max. Something he didn't expect to see, probably. Take a look. Those Eagle Warriors not getting the kills in, and the food eco. Not the greatest here for the max. He has only 28 on food. The same for TaToH, but the slav bonus. It's really helping out. Now some raids, and meanwhile I'm trying to get the overlay back, and we see some snipes here against the traps, getting both those down at the same time. The pikemen won't really do much. Lost the siege workshop, but that's not too important. Beautiful move here by TaToH. Halberdiers now on the research bar here of the max, and we see Onagers doing more and more damage, and finally we are back here. Plumed archers though, together with some eagles, doing massive amount of damage. TaToH not really having the answer, needs to send some cavaliers back. He is still trying to camp that hill though. The max camping that and repairing. Eagle Warriors still only the castle age ones and halberdiers. Some rewalling here would be really nice. You seen Onager shot here? Yeah, seems like it. As for defense, another trap going down. This trap is getting threatened by the 3 rams moving in. Let's take a look. Oi, doing a lot of damage against those nice blocks here. Can he maybe prevent the trap from dying? Oh, actually focusing down the castle here. Tries to maybe do some splash damage, and indeed the splash damage was enough to kill the trap there as well. Beautiful move there by TaToH. That was intended. No more stone to repair, therefore the 3 traps are getting the kills done.
2 small steps for Kiwis, hope for many more to come.
Thank you so much. Kiwi Mullet Boy. 2 months of Twitch Prime. defensive tower here. So many more villagers on gold. And now we can see TaToH realizing, okay, I killed 2 of your castles. It's kind of unlikely that you will have too much of Plumed Archer production. Maybe I transition into some longsword man. And that's what he is doing now. And they obviously perform incredibly well against halberdiers and eagle warriors. Now walled off all this area, but TheMax probably wants to reopen that pretty soon. Guard tower upgrade now for him. He wants to hold this. Does he see what's coming his way? That will be some villager loss if he doesn't react in time, but he sees it. TaToH in some problems though when it comes to the population here. 40 less for him. Villager count's pretty even, but military count, that's where he's really struggling. Let's take a look. Ground attack has to be real. Not flying in. Where is the gold amount here? 600 and 900 gold only for TaToH left. He has 1 relic in his bank, but no excess on all this gold. Twin swordsmen plus 2 defense and more barracks flying in. No protection for these onagers, only now some 2 and long swordsmen. Nice dodge here of TheMax. Did anticipate the ground attack. Ground attack was pretty beautiful over here. And now those are getting sniped down. Beautiful hold this far by TaToH. Only lost some HP on those onagers and did kill off quite some eagles and did put a big threat into the head here of TheMax as well. Our tower still standing strong. Leader warriors. Some more patterns coming in. I can only see 1 though. TaToH losing quite a bit of TCs. Rebuilding 1 in the center. Tico still looking okayish. Now taking for champions. We see an engagement of Midrasnia, not his upgrade this far. And why is he taking this engagement? Oh, that wasn't really efficient. Now some problems here. TaToH going for guard tower as well. Another castle out of TheMax. Champion upgrade now finished. 2 CCs up. TaToH, I want to see him tower up this center. He will lose quite a lot of control of all his farms. Would love to see him at some more TCs at the moment at 2. Will probably lose this one pretty soon. He will be up to 4 for a small second. Most important thing is that his champions are staying alive and his traps are doing the work against the towers and the castles. That's what he's focusing on for now, most likely. More guard towers. Do we see more plumed archers out of TheMax? Exactly, that's what we're seeing. Wow, losing so much of his eco here. Poor TaToH. Oh, no onagers lost here. Masonry and architecture not researched by TheMax yet. What an intense game. Onager attack now for TheMax. That could really help out. Some onagers in that hill could be really nice. Let's take a look what the champions can do. Probably trying to focus down the traps of TheMax here. We have the +4 defense. Maybe they're just trying to debate some shots while the onagers do the jobs from the long distance. But as you can see, TheMax is focusing down on the onagers here with his castle. 1 down, make that 2 traps down. The castle will fall for sure. But that looks like a good fight for TheMax. All the champions going down. Way too many blue archers in the back here. Focusing down that pad. This wasn't really the most important thing. And this looks like TheMax is having the hill control here. So finally going for handcart. Is going for onagers. TaToH, yeah, he is getting onto gold. Has 122 villagers. So in the long run, maybe he can still make it happen. But fighting against that hill and still not having real control of that center. It's just pretty ugly for him. And way too many plumed archers out now, which are super efficient still, even if they aren't elite plumed archers against all those champions, especially in those low numbers. Military count 60 to 20. TaToH trying to move in here, trying to get some more damage done, but honestly, this is just getting very costly. He's trying to stay active here, and if the Onager is connecting against all the traps, I wouldn't be surprised if TaToH is tapping this out. He's losing all control of the gold, he's losing all his traps here. The Plumed Archers are staying strong on that hill. This has to be the GG pretty soon here. No control over that gold. Let's take a look over here. That's dry. Here he's getting raided over and over again. Onagers now trying to charge down. Maybe they can get the big hits against the Plumed Archers, but even the Halberdier is doing the damage now. TaToH has no answer to that, and TheMax is taking the W with his very strong civilization. The Mayans here on Goldrush 2-2. What an exciting series that we are witnessing here, guys. Sweet stuff, sweet stuff. In the end, a lot of kills for TheMax, obviously with that hill advantage there. I did get a lot of raids against the villagers in as well, even some raidings or raises there. And TaToH had the eco upgrades, had more villagers for a very long time. That's why he's leading with wood and food, but the gold amount is the most important thing, and Stone is adding this up as well. Tough spot. Yeah, timings were pretty similar. Interesting series, guys. Very interesting series. And now game number 5.